entire thing took about 10 seconds. David Witches was 38 years old. He was a mathematician who had come to America as a teenager from Prague, with barely any English, and had worked his way to a Harvard degree and a career as a financial trader in New York City. That morning, he was on foot, heading to his office just 5 minutes away from where the crane was standing. He was near a parked car on Worth Street when the boom came down over it. He was killed instantly. 3 other people were injured, including a 73-year-old man who suffered a serious head injury. The crane operator, Kevin Riley, survived inside the overturned cab with minor injuries. Within hours, Mayor Bill de Blasio ordered every crawler crane and tower crane in New York City to stop work and be secured immediately. That was 376 crawler cranes and 53 tower cranes halted across the city at once. The crane on Worth Street had to be cut into 35 pieces using blowtorches and hauled away over more than a week in the middle of a New York City winter, blocking multiple streets in one of the busiest parts of Lower Manhattan. The street eventually reopened, but the investigation into exactly how a fully permitted, recently inspected crane could fall like that was only just beginning. The investigation pulled data from the crane's onboard computer, and that data told a very specific story. On the evening of February 4th, the night before the collapse, the boom angle was recorded at 87.4 degrees. That is nearly straight up. The last reading from that evening was logged at 6:53 p.m. Nothing changed overnight. The boom sat at that angle all night, fully extended, while the weather forecast was already signaling that strong winds were coming. The Liebherr manufacturer's own operating instructions were clear on this point. When winds exceeding 15 miles per hour were anticipated, the boom and jib needed to be laid down in advance, not when the wind arrived, before it arrived. The forecast was available, the guidance was written in the manual, and the crane sat fully extended all night anyway. Kevin Riley had been operating cranes for decades. He was experienced, licensed, and knew the machine. But on the morning of February 5th, with snow falling and winds already climbing, he began the process of trying to lower the boom while the storm was already in progress. The investigation by the Department of Buildings and a separate investigation by an independent firm called Crane Tech Solutions both reached the same conclusion. Riley should have secured the crane the previous evening. His decision not to do so, and then his attempt to lower it in deteriorating conditions the next morning, including bringing the boom below the manufacturer's 75-degree minimum angle, was directly responsible for the collapse. In December 2016, the city suspended his license. In May 2018,